She might be doing more harm than good to her family. Right. Oh God.
She said hello, so you said touch the watch.
No, she did not. Oh gosh. Oh wow. Hello everyone, my darlings. Hello, how are you guys? Thank you for joining me on this Saturday afternoon. Let me know that you are here. I would really like to hear from you and to hear how your day has been going. I just spent the afternoon. Hi Evelyn, I am so happy to see you also. I just spent the afternoon listening to some soca music from my home. There was a DJ having a party live on Facebook, so getting ready for tonight's live and dancing and just having a good time, trying to take my mind off of, what is going on. Hello, Margot. How are you? Virginia, hello. Hi, One Way. How are you? Sorry I missed your call the other day. I'll give you a call perhaps tomorrow. Hi, Sonia. CDW. Hi. Hello. So tell me, how has your days been? Let me know how you spent today. Hi, Natasha. How are you? How you spent today? What did you do? What's going on in your city? Hi Carla, how are you? You have to identify where you are if you don't want to, maybe just a state. But let me know if you guys are in a statewide lockdown, if your city is in lockdown, like what's going on? I know I was supposed to be on Wednesday and Friday, but we got some bad news that just kind of took the wind out of me, and I'll share that when a few more people come online. But I wasn't able or was not in the mind to be on Wednesday or Friday, and I'll share why in a little bit. And I said that, of course, I would come on today to share with you what we are going to make, and hopefully to get my spirits lifted just a tad. So I hope you guys will be able to do that for me. Hi, Dominique. Hello. Hi, Stacy. Hello from Texas, Diana. Welcome. Houston. Hi, Teresa. You are at work. Thank you for being one of our essential workers. We love you to life. Please make sure that you are protecting yourself and staying healthy. Virginia says we're in lockdown, but still an essential employee. Virginia, thank you also for being an essential employee and keeping us going in the midst of everything. You too, likewise, stay safe and please protect yourself. We appreciate you guys, all of our essential workers. Hi, everyone. She's been outside working in her flowers. Whoop, whoop. North Carolina is on lockdown. Yes, Georgia is on lockdown too, the entire state. Natasha says she spent her day cooking. Alexandra says, hey. Hi, Marjorie. How are you? Welcome. Like I said, I spent my day. Hi, Paulette. How are you? Long time no see. I'm back. It's so good to see you here. Like I said, I spent the afternoon having an online party. There was a DJ from my island home of St. Croix, Virgin Islands, and he was, just pumping out some soca tunes. So just to get my mind off of what's going on around me, I started to prepare for this evening, and I was dancing. So I am glistening just a little bit, and you guys know, for us fabulous girls, we don't sweat. We glisten, or we can say that this is natural glitter. So just pardon my glisten, if you will, but I was having a good time getting ready for today. No, Paula, we just got started. Literally just got started. Hi, Angela from Louisiana. You're making a mask. I thought to do that today. Look, great minds think alike. I might have to save that one for next week or the week after, because I already have my idea for what we're going to do next week. Hi, thank you so much, God's Gift. I appreciate you. Welcome from Indiana. Hi, Alexander, NRG. How are you? Appreciate you for being here. Yes, so we learned on, was it Tuesday? I want to say Monday, perhaps Tuesday, that all of the schools, the governor signed an executive order dismissing all schools for the rest of the academic year. And like I said earlier, if you were here, that completely took the wind out of me. Now, of course, we're still going to be doing our digital learning, which means that no, the students don't get away scot-free. No, teachers are just not sitting home twiddling their thumbs. But we are still going to be our digital learning. But in the grand scheme of things, when I thought about my students, my heart broke because I miss them so much. Literally, I miss my babies. I miss being in my classroom. I miss doing what I do. And even though we're doing digital learning, it is no substitute for having that, you know, one-on-one, or you can even say human interaction with your students. And so when I got the news, like I said, it was a gut punch. It took the air out of me for a while. I spoke to a few of my coworkers, and they too felt, for the most part, the same thing. I think for the most part, and those of you who are teachers, please let me know in the newsfeed if you're a teacher. I think for the most part, we worry about our students, you know, who's home with them, are they being cared for, you know, are they home by themselves, do they have enough to eat, that kind of thing, you know, because we know, at least when they're with us during the day, we are their parents at school. And so, you know, it took a while for me to get over that hump. Like I said, all day Wednesday, I was not feeling it. Thursday, I felt a little better. If you notice, there's no space here between my fingers. And Friday, you know, I just had to keep marinating on it and thinking about it and chewing on it. And even though I understand that it's for the best, the bottom line is I miss my babies and I miss what I do. And so, you know, I just decided to, you know, just say, it will be okay. My babies will be okay. I hope that for any of them that are listening now, or perhaps will listen in the future, that when they move on, they'll come back and visit. But yeah, the state is on lockdown until April 13th, I believe. The governor says he has the privilege, of course, to extend that pending reports and numbers that are coming in. And then he has dismissed all schools for the rest of the school year, and each county has to continue with digital learning. So I had my heart broken this week. So yes, let's see. What did I miss? Beautiful color. Thank you, Missy. Hey, Missy. South Carolina and certain cities are on lockdown as of now, but not the whole state. My grandchildren and I are making masks. Oh, I know, Alexander. It is heartbreaking. Hi, Annette. How are you? Yeah, you guys should be locked down. I saw a meme on Facebook today that says, having certain states locked down and not others is like having a place in the pool where you can urinate. Of course, I'm not using, you know, I'm not saying it verbatim, but I understand what the person was saying. It's almost as if everyone is not locked down, then people can still move around, and you know, the thing is still moving. So yeah. Hi Byron, I miss you too. I do. I so do. Yes, I am in Georgia, Didi. Yes, I am. And we are on lockdown. So I guess, you know, for the extent of this thing, we're just going to have to keep each other lifted. Like we discussed last week, just being the light in the circle of influence in which we are. And as much as we may be down and thinking about the future and wondering about what will happen, just as much as you can, try to live as much in the moment. And I know that it is difficult to do, because sometimes, you know, my mind wanders and I think about, well, if I were free to go, you know, roam around, I would be doing this, I would be doing that, I would be calling up so-and-so, going to meet so-and-so, having dinner with such and such, you know, but we can't do any of that now. So, you know, just make sure that you're staying in contact with your family and friends, whether it is by phone call, whether it is by video chat, whether it is by Zoom conference, whatever you do, just keep in contact. All right. So I am so happy that you guys are here. Yes, Didi. Yep. Thank you for letting me know. We are in lockdown, girl. Lockdown. I mean, I can't even run to the dollar store to get the items that I need for crafting. So you know I am way over, like all the way over to this end of the spectrum. You know, forget socializing, which I love to do. Forget the human interaction, which I just absolutely love. But not being able to go to the craft store, like that's me just jumping over the edge. You understand what I'm saying? So it has been difficult. I think each day is just getting better and better. The more I just put my mind in the present and forget about everything else that may be going on. Spending time with my daughter, spending time with my son, you know, enjoying the home that I'm blessed to have, preparing meals, you know, whatever the case might be. Writing, I've picked back up my pen. Not necessarily my pen, because I write on my computer using my keyboard. You know, I've gone back to that. I've written a few poems. I'm working on a book. So, you know, the time is purposed, and I get that. But I really wish outside would open back up, because I miss it terribly. Yes. Exactly. See, Natasha, I know that I'm not alone. Yes, you miss your children, that human interaction. We miss them so, so much. Hi, Danielle. How are you? How are you in Chicago? Since the middle of March? No kidding. Wow, I didn't know that. Yes, I am doing well. Are you? Thank you so much for asking. Well, I'm going to get back to this in a few. What we are going to do today is a copycat dupe that a subscriber brought to my attention via Facebook. Now, please don't forget that we do have a Facebook page. Do not forget that we have an Instagram page. And I know that I have not posted for a while, but I'm getting back to that now that I said my mind is free and I've taken the doctoral study mantle off of my plate. I can get back to social media a lot more, a lot easier. So please make sure, if you have any ideas, to either email me, send me a message on Instagram, or you can email me via Facebook on our Facebook page. So the craft that we're going to be making today, and for those of you who saw the thumbnail, is going to be a centerpiece. Now, when the young man showed me what he wanted me to recreate, immediately the idea popped into my head and I knew what I was going to do to create it. And so this morning, I set out to create my grand idea. And of course, Murphy's Law says if there's anything to go wrong that can possibly go wrong, it possibly just might. And so my first plan did not work, and I will show you the result of it. Here it is. And then my second plan is still on the sidelines drying. Now, what he showed me was a centerpiece that's really, really easy to recreate. And it has been done on YouTube before. And what it is going to be simply is a matter of gluing your candlesticks together, right? And I think we can go one more, but just for all intents and purposes so you understand. And you'll let me know if you've seen this before. And putting your fishbowl on top, right? This is basically what it is that he showed me. But what he showed me was that it is one of those bling pieces, if you will, that has the little gold O-rings with the gems stuck inside, and it is all wired together with gold wire, right? So I'm quite sure you have seen those before. Of course, I had this grand idea to not use the glass bowl, because I've seen people use the glass bowl before, take like the little flat pieces of glass or marbles and glue them on. I didn't want to do what has been done. And today I thought that I would have shown you a new technique. Now, I'm quite sure that this technique works. It's just that the material that I used to do it was too fine. So I'm still going to show it to you, and I'm also going to show you a fix. All right. Now, before I do, let me just check to see who is online. Teresa. Oh, Teresa, I'm not going to put the idea out there yet. Only because as a creative, and you know, if you're a creative also, you don't necessarily share your ideas or put your ideas out in the atmosphere lest somebody take it and run with it. So as soon as the book is finished, I promise you, there's 2 that I'm working on actually. And as soon as the book is finished, I will be sure to share with you all. Hi, Cassandra. How are you? Hi, Richie. Thank you for joining us today. Let's see. Okay, so you guys know that I'm about to tell you guys to leave. You know who you are. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, let's see who is here. All right, so yes, so Teresa, I will be sure to share it with you. I am using my time wisely, you know, just trying to keep myself upbeat, to keep myself from crying. And so I will share that with you as soon as it's done. I promise you, if you're in the niche for that area, you will find it very intriguing as well as very informative. All right, so today I am going to share with you a new technique. And this new technique is going to help us create the dupe for what was shown to me, and that picture is on the thumbnail. So when our live is finished, and of course after it has finished rendering, you'll be able to go back if you want to watch this again, or or just look at the thumbnail so that you can see what it is that he wanted me to recreate, or the original. Okay, so before I show you how I am going to teach you that new technique, I am first going to put my candlesticks together. Now, these candlesticks, of course, are from the Dollar Tree, and if you are making this as a permanent fixture, you know what I am going to tell you to do. You are going to use, if you like, a combination of your glue stick as well as a permanent glue. Because I'm not making this as a permanent fixture, hold the line 1 second, my darlings. Hold the line 1 second. Because all right, okay, so I fixed that, and if you guys look, you can see. All right, hi Beverly, how are you? All right, so now because I'm not making this as a permanent fixture, I am simply going to use my hot glue because, like I said, I cannot get out to purchase new material. If you guys are making this as a permanent fixture, I would suggest, instead of using a glue like your E6000, to actually use a 2-part epoxy, especially if you live in the southern states or where it is more humid. The reason why I say that is because your 2-part epoxy is actually going to seal your glass pieces together so that that humidity does not go in and break that bond. E6000 does not quite do that, and so if you live in a humid state, you might find that that glue might not, or that adhesive might not cure all together, or it might release after a time, and that has happened to me, which is why I can share it with you. Hi Beverly, welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, we are crafting today. Oh, I'm so sorry for your friend Evelyn. Please let her know that she is in all of our thoughts and prayers. Please, please, please. Hi, Cheryl. Thank you for joining us. Yes, you need to get your rest. Definitely, Paulette. Thank you for reaching out to her. Okay, so to put this together, of course, you're going to start with the base down because you want to have that wide stance to hold your piece. And like I said, I'm making this temporarily, so I'm not going to be using too much glue because as soon as we are finished crafting, I am going to take this apart and save them perhaps for another craft. Okay, so, and of course it depends on how tall you want to make it. I think for our purposes today, I might see what 3 looks like, and if I want to go that extra 1, I can do that. But if you want to go 3 high or perhaps 4, I wouldn't suggest going taller than 4 if you're using hot glue. Okay, I would suggest if you're going to go taller than 4 to use, of course, your epoxy. Okay, and then we're going to do 1 more to make sure that we're going to have the white part up here. All right. And then once we have put this together, we're just going to set it on its side to dry or to cure. And you guys know what I didn't do, so you can see it in the camera already. This is tilted this way. I forget the mirror. This way, right? So it doesn't matter because I'm going to take this apart. But make sure that if you're using your candlesticks from the dollar store, that you level them before you start crafting, because you do not want to put your crafts together and then lo and behold, it's not straight. And then you're using items in public and people are like, what's going on here? Okay, so now that we have created this, we are going to put this on a side to have that cure just a little bit. All right. Thank you, Cheryl. I'm so glad that you are here. I love it that you guys are spending Saturday evening with me. All right. Now, here is a new technique that I wanted to share with you today. And this new technique is going to have us use a medium that I don't think I have ever shared with you before. I've had some ideas for this medium, but I never created any of those ideas nor brought any of those ideas to you in a video. And so today I'm going to share that with you. Now, the material that we're going to use today, material that I had, is called Dazzle Drape. Dazzle Drape Fabric Mesh Garland. And I got this from Hobby Lobby during the Christmas season, of course, after they put everything on 80%, or I think it was possibly 90% off. So I went in and I found this. I picked some up in maroon, which I thought was more red than it was, but it's actually a deep maroon color. I picked some up in green, and I also picked some up in white. And immediately when I saw these, I knew the craft that I was going to make. Unfortunately, I didn't get to make it this year for Craftmas, but I'm saving that craft in my pocket for Craftmas this year. And so what we're going to do, and like I said, when I made this, I realized that the material is just too light. Like, it has no weight to it. It is very light. Of course, you will be able to recreate this technique with another material, but I'm showing you here what it is that I used today that I was not very successful with, okay? So we're just going to pretend this is a material that is going to work. And what I'm going to do is cut off my scrap. And of course, I didn't tell you what tools that we're using, but you need a scissors. You need your hot glue gun. If you're making this as a permanent fixture, my event planners, you are going to need, of course, a 2-part epoxy. You will need 4 candle holders or 3, depending on how high or how short you want to make it. And you will need your fish bowl. The Dollar Tree sells 2 types. The small type, right, which is what I have here. I thought I had 2 big ones, but I didn't. I couldn't go out to get them. So, yeah. So we're going to use the small one just so I can show you the technique. And then there is the big one, okay? I would prefer that you use the big one because what the big one will do is offset the width or the bottom of that final candle that is sticking up, okay? So you will need one of these or how many ever of these that you are creating. And you will need some plastic wrap, any old brand. I got this from the dollar store months ago. And you will need, of course, your Mod Podge. And you will need this, which is the technique that I'm going to show you today. This new product that we have not used before, that I'm going to show you how to use today. And it is called Stiffen Stuff. It is a fabric stiffener spray, right? And it's perfect, they say, for bows, doilies, silk flowers, crochet, and more. Okay, so this is what I used today. Like I said, probably this material was too light for it. I probably could have doubled or tripled the material, but like I said, you would probably need a more denser material to make this work, but I'm going to show you a fix. Okay, so this is what you're going to need for this craft. And then of course, for my bedazzlers, you will need, if you want to add gems to it, if you are finished, just to enhance it a little bit, you can get a kit. Let me be sure not to spill this, but you can get a kit of all of your gems. This kit that I have, the gems come in big, medium, and large, and it's very pretty. Very, very pretty. You have all the colors, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 colors: purple, blue, light blue, hunter green, lime green, gold, your silver, and your pink or fuchsia, depending on what you call it. And so you can use these to embellish it when we are finished. Okay, so now what I'm going to show you is, oops, and I forgot, you will also need some rubber bands. Though I was supposed to get the rubber bands. Can you bring me 3 of the small hair ones that we use? They're in my kit on my counter in my bathroom. Okay. So what we're going to do is, because we are going to try to create the form, the idea is we were going to use the stiffening spray, right, to create the form of this bowl, right? Because like I said, I did not want to do what has been done before, and I didn't want to recreate, you know, something that has been recreated for, you know, anyone to say anything. Thank you, Mike. No, these are too small. I need the ones in my bathroom. And so this is what we're trying to do, okay? So what I would suggest to you is finding the measurement that you would need. I say for the small bowl, you might probably need a 10 by 10 square, which is what I'm going to cut out. And I'm just eyeballing it. Thank you, hon. Get rested there. Thank you, baby girl. I appreciate you. Okay. And then we're going to cut it in the other direction to make a square. I went a little too low. Okay. And once you have cut out your form, we can put away our excess. Oh, I guess my bag blew away. All right. And then we are going to take our plastic wrap. I will, Paulette, I will place the link to where I got mine in the description box below after the video has concluded. And then you can check back later and get it, okay? Now, according to the directions, I'm gonna show you what I did, right? But according to the directions, whatever it is that you're using for your form, you are going to have to cover that form with saran wrap. Guys, don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at me. I don't like plastic wrap at all. It's so sticky and light, so it flies around. Okay. So we're gonna cover our form with the saran wrap, right? All around. You're gonna try to lay it as smooth as, thank you, One Way. Thank you, because you know. Thank you, my darling. You know me a little bit, because you know, like, inside I was kind of having squirrels running around and panicking because I didn't know where the bag was, right? And because as crafters, at least for me, I got to put things back as soon as I use them, because if not, One Way, you know the mess that I end up having periodically. So, okay. So we're going to wrap this form, okay? Make sure you smooth it as much as possible, okay? And then, once you have done that, and if you see, I put the excess of the plastic wrap inside here, right? You're gonna smooth it as much as possible on the outside, because you want that material, well, not this material, but any other material that you guys can get. And you want to smooth it down as much as possible so that material is going to truly take on the form of that which you are trying to create. Now, whether you use a fish bowl or you use one of those cylinder vases, I know the Dollar Tree sells two sizes. The Dollar Tree sells a 6-inch one as well as a 9-inch one. Having the 9-inch one in fabric that is stiffened will be beautiful as well, with a candle inside of it and your gems on the outside. So that's something to think about, and perhaps I may need to go make one and post a picture, because now I've put that idea out there. So just so we can know where the idea came from, I think I'm gonna make one. But once you have made sure that your form is nice and secure, right? You are then going to take your fabric, put it in the middle, okay, and draw up your corners as much as possible, okay? And this material is a little stretchy, so that means I have a lot of give, a lot of pull that I can use to gather. Thank you, Margot. Appreciate you. Okay. But I don't want to pull it too hard, because you don't want to rip the material, at least if you're working with this. Okay. And then once you have done that, you're going to take some rubber bands. and you're gonna wrap it around as tight as you can possibly get it. However many times it takes. Okay, and then you should have something. You're welcome, Beverly. Then you should have something that looks like this. Okay, all right. The saran wrap again is so that when you use your stiffening spray, the material does not stick to your glass, and once you get the form that you want, you will then be able to pull your glass out, take your saran wrap off or your plastic wrap, and have your vase set to use for another time. Okay, now I did this with my stiffening spray, and the directions, I was gonna ask you one way design to tell me where my glasses were, but I found them. Let's see. The direction says always cover your work area with plastic, which is what I did. Hold the bottle 6 to 8 inches away from the item, and then spray until the fabric is wet. On average, you're going to need 1 hour of air time to dry, and you can speed dry it with a hair dryer 6 inches away from the surface. Now, it also said for stiffer results, spray the item again after it's completely dry. So I actually sprayed my item twice, which is why I'm telling you this material is probably way too light. Okay, so and then it says if you're using a form, which is what I shared with you, cover with plastic wrap to prevent sticking, and then clean while wet with warm water. Okay, so when you're finished with this, you have to clean your nozzle with warm water to make sure that the nozzle doesn't crank up. So of course I'm not going to do all the spraying here for you, but I will show you what my first attempt came out of as. Okay, and this is what it looks like. Here, let me see. And you can see just a bare hint of what that fishbowl shape is in here. You can see it, and I'm holding it in my hand. But really and truly, if I put this on top of candle holders, it is not enough to stand on its own. So this is why I'm telling you the material that I use is way too light. I kind of have an idea that because it said it's good for crocheting, it might need something as heavy as possibly yarn, or possibly something as heavy as a cotton fabric, or if you're using something like organza or even something like this, you would probably have to triple or double the material to get it to stand up on its own to keep that form. Okay, hey T, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How was your Saturday and how did you spend it? Okay, so this was a fail. All right, now what I did to ameliorate my fail, to fix my fail, was to then take my Mod Podge, right? So now we're going back to the original idea that has been shared. Take my Mod Podge that hasn't yet completely dried, but take my Mod Podge and glue it, my fabric, down to my vase. So you can see here that the vase is there. Of course you have your form, okay, because it's actually sitting on the vase, but this is what is going to give your vase that look of that glitter and that glimmer that you're probably looking for without the O-rings and the gems sitting in it. Okay, so now that I have showed you my fix, I'm going to cut off around the inside of this fabric to reveal my vase. And here you have what it looks like. So here we have texture, okay? We do not yet have glam, but we have our form, okay? And now, if we'd like to, we can, of course, bedazzle this. All right? Hi, Bling Bling Crafter. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I am definitely glad you are here also. Thank you for joining us. What did you do with your Saturday today? Please be sure to share with us. One Way Designs, you got me, right? You watching? Okay. Okay. So now this is where your gems come in. All right. And like I said, it depends on the event that you are crafting for. You can, of course, decide what color gems that you would like to work with. Or if you don't want to work with gems, of course, you can find you some beautiful rhinestone ribbon. I got these at Hobby Lobby. When Hobby Lobby had their rhinestone ribbon, I think they were 40% off. And I purchased some because my crafting friend, One Way Design, he showed me his stash, and then I waited for a sale and I was able to go and clean up and get my own stash. And they have, of course, many designs. Of course, I can't go out now to get some more, so I'm not happy. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, do I really want to put these down here? Because I don't know when I'll be able to go back out to get some more. But here, just giving you an idea of what wrapping this around the edge or the top would be like. There's also a colored one that I'm going to see if I can put my hand on. Okay. So these are the two smaller ones, and then there's this bad boy. Thank you, Delane. Welcome, girlie. I've missed you. I haven't seen you in so long. Welcome. It's good to be back. This big one, which probably might give you the look that you need because it's wide and because of the shape, concave shape of the vase, it's not going to sit right. Okay. So covered a shoebox with scrapbook paper. Still need to add flowers and of course bling it out. Oh. That sounds like a plan, okay? And then, of course, to finish your... Let me see if I can find the colored one, y'all. Oh, yeah, here it is. Here it is. Look at this. I don't know if you can see it. Look how pretty that is, okay? And then, of course, if you use the colored one, then you're free to go in with any kind of gems, any colored gems that is in your palette, okay? So just so we can finish this, I'm going to use this one and I'm going to lay it down with hot glue so that I will be able to pick it back up when we're done and reuse it. This is so pretty, y'all. So pretty. Let me measure it out and see what I need. Yes, I could. I was watching a TV show last night and the host was presenting his show from his house. And he actually had a disco ball in his house. I was like, wow, the things you can do. So yeah, we might definitely have to recreate one of those. Because you know, to purchase one, it's gonna be an arm and a leg and possibly even an index finger, right? They can be expensive. So let's see. So just continuing placing my hot glue, trying not to place too much so that it doesn't ooze between my gems. And while I'm laying the gems, I'm trying to stretch them just a little bit. Awesome, awesome. Okay. Holding it and then allowing it to set. And then just continuing the process until we get back to the other side. So while I complete this, chat with me for a little bit. Tell me. Thank you, One Way. I know you got me. Thank you so much. I missed your comment. Thank you. Aw, thank you. That is so sweet. Bling Bling Crafter, I appreciate you. It is so good to be back, y'all. I tell you, I really missed you guys, but you know, sometimes in life you have to, you know, prioritize, and you know, I had to get that degree finished, but now that it is, and I am back, and my brain is clear. Ooh, I pulled it a little too much. So now I have an excess, but that's okay. I can cut that off. Okay. So here you have it. I can probably use this piece. Well, I won't say it, but I'll share it with you guys later. All right. So this is what this looks like so far. Okay, and I know it's flashing back because of the white and the rhinestones, but as you can see here, okay, so we went all the way around. And now, just to finish that look, what we're going to do is take some of our gems, a few big ones, a few medium ones, and I'm just gonna stick with the silver theme. And I should have had my tool. It's not out, and I don't want to go digging for it, but my gem tool that picks up the gems. Okay. Wow, this is pretty. With that one gem, hold on, I'm going to show you guys what it looks like shortly. And make sure that when you're putting your hot glue or even your permanent glue, it's flashing back. You can see those two gems there. That you're not putting too much glue under the gem so that when that gem makes contact and you squeeze it down, your glue is not going to seep out and ruin your material. Okay? I'm gonna paste another one here. I lost her and my dog went running. Guys, how many of you have dogs? I have a dog, well, my daughter has a dog, whom I just absolutely love to pieces, right? But my dog is, how do I say? Like just the slightest things, loud noises is what I'm trying to say. He does not like loud noises one bit whatsoever. And you see how my glue gun just fell? Oh, he took off running because it was a loud, unexpected noise. And that happened, I think we can say that that first happened when he was a puppy. One night, I think it was his first 4th of July, and our neighbors were setting off fireworks in the street right in front of our house. And so that just did it for him. When he heard those, he ran around the house looking for shelter. My daughter had to, you know, find him, hold him, comfort him, tell him it was okay. That didn't help. We had to eventually end up getting him a thunder shirt because he's afraid of the rain and the thunder also. But I mean, to hear him tell it, you know, if somebody comes to the house or, you know, there's somebody at the door, he barks like the Dickens and does his job. But loud noises, no ma'am, don't count him, just miss him with that altogether. He can't stand loud noises. So are we the only ones with that problem? Our Maxi Poo, poor thing. I feel so sorry for him sometimes. Let's see. Hey JLR, thank you for joining us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks, Annette and Margot. Oh, I got bit by a dog once. And yeah, I swore the same thing. I would never want another dog around me. But then, you know, I said, well, here we go. And of course, we can continue this process and continue this process until the whole thing is covered. If you want, just as much bling as you want to put on it. We could actually put some colors in it too to help to pick up some of the lighting that's going to be in your event. It is entirely up to you how you would want to continue to bling out your candle holder. I'm gonna put these back because I don't have my tool out and it's gonna be a little difficult to pick up the smaller ones. But yeah, so like I said, you can continue to bling this out if you want to, of course, okay? And all it takes for you to do so is, of course, your imagination, like SpongeBob says, right? And then once you have finished that, then it is simply a matter of joining your bowl, preferably if you get our new technique to work, okay, with your material to your candle holder, like so, okay? Now, if you remember looking at the picture, when you go back and you see the picture, I'll also post a picture in our community feed. But if you look at the picture, you will see that the candlesticks are actually painted gold. Of course, I did not paint mine gold because I cannot get out to go buy some more. So anything that we create, I'm not going to be making it permanent, of course, unless it's a mirrored something. Once you glue mirrors down, you can't pick them back up. But in terms of candle holders or gluing other items to each other, I'm not making them permanent until this whole thing is over and I can get back out to make purchase supplies. And so, of course, if you want to, you can spray paint your candle holders. And I would suggest, this is my professional tip, glue your candle holders together first. Do not glue them individually and then try to put them together, because what that paint is going to do on your edges is stop your two-part epoxy from bonding glass to glass. So what you want to do is bond your glass to glass together. Make your stem first, and once you have finished making your stem, once you have allowed that two-part epoxy to seal and cure for, I would say, 24 hours, 48 if you have the time, then you go back with your spray paint and you can spray paint this gold. You can spray paint it silver. You can take a hint of that glittered acrylic cover and spray that over. You can, any color, whatever color your event calls for, you can spray paint your stems, okay? So make sure you are gluing your candlesticks together first with a two-part epoxy, allowing it to set for 24, if not 48 hours, and then and then you put on your topper, okay? So let's see. One Way has a cat. Ooh, a 3-month-old Rottweiler. Thank you, Margot. I appreciate it. Like I said, that wasn't our original plan. I wanted to teach you guys a new technique today, but the material that I used was too light. I'm still going to use that technique to bring something else to you guys, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to have to see if I can get some material mailed to me, either from Joann's or Michael's, since we're under lockdown, and until that happens, we'll just have to wait on that other project. But I am set to get this new technique to work. Okay, let's see. Yes, the candle light will be pretty in the globe. Oh, 8 o'clock. Wow, that is early. Mixed with a poodle. Thank you, Didi. Yes, Shih Tzus are beautiful dogs. Mine, almost like a clock that's set. And this was from the time he was little. Let me see how I want to do this. At 5 minutes, let's say 10 minutes to 10. And like I said, I didn't level these. So guys, you know, forgive me, but I will be taking this down. Yeah, you could set your watch. You knew we would be downstairs, and then all of a sudden he would get up and he would head for the stairs, and he would look back to my daughter, almost as if to say, it's bedtime. And if she didn't budge, he would continue up the steps by himself, go to his little spot, and then that's where he'd be, because it was bedtime. So his bedtime was 10 o'clock. Okay. And here you go. So this is what it would look like. Like I said, this is a smaller bowl. I like the look that you get with a smaller bowl, because a smaller bowl is nestled right inside of the mouth at the bottom of this candle holder. Excuse me, I'm sorry. If you got the bigger bowl, of course, you know, the bigger bowl would sit on top, but you would have more of a rounded look here, which would give you more drama. So perhaps if you were making this for an event, you could make some with the smaller bowl, and then you could make some with the larger bowl on top, perhaps varying the number of candlesticks that you have, perhaps 3 for the small bowl, 4 for the larger bowl. It just depends. And then, of course, if you wanted to add some more pizzazz to this, you could probably take some chandelier pieces, those crystals that we use, and hang them from your bowl here, so you get that drama that you need. Okay, and voila. And this cost us $5, right? Of course, you would have to take into consideration the usage of your bling, and deciding, okay, how much did this ribbon cost me? How much of it am I using? And then dividing that part by the whole to find out how much it cost you. And then your material, which, like I said, it just depends on how much material you're going to use to cover it, and dividing the part by how much you paid for the whole. And then, of course, to finish this look, you would place your candle inside and you would light it. And because we didn't put any of the material inside here, you would be able to use real fire on the inside. Or if your event hall did not allow you to use real fire, you could always get one of the LED candles that the Dollar Tree sells. And this is it. Simple, but elegant. All right. And then in the picture that he sent, there were some roses set, like a bunch of roses set right here on the side. I'll take a picture of this and I'll post it in the community feed side by side so we can see the dupe that we made. But there were some roses just set on the side, which really kicked this up another notch as well. And voila, there you have it. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, let's say no more than $7, because you really can't count the cost of your gems. And you know, the material is not much, and your bling is not going to be much. Okay, so $7 or $8 per what am I trying to say? Candle holder or centerpiece. So let's see. Thank you, Bling Bling Carter. Thank you, T Harris. Thank you, Dorothy. Thank you, Sonia. I appreciate you. Beverly, thank you. Cassandra, thank you. Wedding planners, yes, Margot, and they can be used for other events. And like I said, it just depends on how, because as a wedding planner, my thought would be, do I really want to have sets of these, some sets that are gold, perhaps gold and silver? Do I want to have some sets that are blue, some sets that are green, some sets that are yellow? No, you're not going to want to do that as an event planner. So you might probably want a silver set, you might probably want a gold set, but then how will you be able to incorporate it into other color schemes? That's when you use your flowers, that's when you use your candles, that's when you that's when you use your candles. That's when perhaps you can use a different color material. Okay, so definitely be sure to be creative and come up with ideas how you can incorporate color into this. I say this to my event planners. All right, thank you, JLR. Who is this? Very pretty. Short man. Oh, we're still talking about the dogs. Okay. I was like, oh, what's going on? What did I miss? Very pretty. Thank you. Yeah, and these will even look good as home decor. Definitely. I like the glass look myself because I like that clean, crisp look. And so for me, if I were to create this, like I said, when outside opens back up and I can get out and get the supplies that I need, I would definitely remake this, and I would do so and just keep it glass all the way, right? With my material and my bling. Thank you, One Way. Thank you. All right. So my darlings, we have come to the end of another Craft With Me live. Like I said, I am so sorry that I missed Wednesday and Friday. For those of you who joined us late, I want to do, for as long as this happens, a Wednesday and Friday check-in, just to check in with you, come up with a topic that we can all discuss the way we did the week before, Wednesday and Friday. But this week I did not do that because I was hit with some bad news. Our state now, the state of Georgia, is currently on lockdown, and our Governor Kemp, decided to shut all schools down for the rest of the academic year. And of course, we will proceed with the digital learning. However, you know, my heartache was that digital learning is by no means a substitute for interacting one-on-one with your students and missing your students and seeing your students on a daily basis. So when I heard that news, it hit me really hard. And I don't think that if I were to come online on Wednesday or on Friday, I would have been good company. And so that's why I was not there. But of course, I promised to Craft With Me live. I had a chance to step back and think and reflect on, of course, the reasons why. And we know with what's happening. And of course, you know, just so I could hug on them and love on them, I wouldn't want to expose my babies to, you know, what's going on. But that didn't change the fact that I do miss them dearly. So, you know, now that I'm okay with it, I said, let me come on and do the Craft With Me live as promised. And then on Wednesday and on Friday of next week, God willing, then we will be back again to just have some light conversation so that we can see how each other is doing, keep each other's company, take care of each other, make each other smile, make each other laugh, and then, you know, log off just to make sure that we are doing okay. And then on Saturday, which I already have my idea for what we're going to be making, and I'm so excited. Very simple craft, but it is going to be very elegant. And as a matter of fact, if I think about it, it might even be, could even work as a companion piece for this. Okay, so I ask you to make sure that you stay tuned for Saturday when we meet again, Craft With Me Live, the original Craft With Me Live, and I hope that you guys will definitely join me for that episode. Let's see, what did I miss? Yes, different heights. Thank you, Margot. I am so happy that you enjoyed today's craft. Aw, thank you so much, T. Harris. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will charge it to your heart because I knew if you could, you would. I appreciate you. No, you didn't miss it, love. I didn't come on. I was heartbroken for my students. Since you're not going anywhere, don't take it down. Why are you taking it down? No, 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 no. Yes, you can also make the centerpieces in as a garden, you know, where you have 3 of them together. One made with 2, one made with 3, one made with 4. That would be lovely on a bed of red roses or whatever color your event is, whatever flowers you want to use, whether it's roses, whether it's hydrangeas, whatever flower, hibiscus. If it was, you know, a tropical party, summer is coming up, you know, the sky's the limit. The ideas are the limit for what you can do to embellish this piece. Yes, I am happy. I'm looking forward to it too. No, don't apologize, Miss Focus. It will be replayed. Definitely will be on replay, so you can go back and watch it to see. I taught you guys a new technique today. Even though I did not have the proper material, the lesson on how to do it is still there. So please be sure to check out the video and tell me what you like about our new technique. And we're gonna have to come up with a name for that, our new technique. Yes, yes, yes. If anybody has any names, please be sure to let me know what you are thinking. I will put my brain to it as well. And we will have to coin this new technique ours now that we've put it out there before we start to see it anywhere else, okay? So help me come up with a name for our new technique. Beverly says that she will miss next week's craft. Yes, please watch a replay. Yes, okay, Margot is waiting for Cricut videos and they are soon to come, my darling. All right. So, unless you guys have any more ideas to share with me, I say we are going to call it a night for tonight. As usual and as always, thank you, CDC. It has been a pleasure crafting with you guys, my darlings. I thank you to all of you who logged on tonight, to all of you who chatted with me in the live field. Please know that I appreciate you. To all of you who enjoyed what we have created, please know that I appreciate each and every one of you. And until we meet again, mwah, mwah, kisses, hugs, and I say to you guys, please, please, please take care of yourselves for me and know that I love you all. All right? Bye now. The candlesticks, I would probably use, you know, just the white ones or beige ones, or you could probably get, you know, colored candlesticks from Dollar Tree as well. They sell colored ones. And, you know, the choice is yours. However you want to embellish your piece, you can, of course, go ahead and get that done. Yes, everyone be safe. Thank you, JLR. Okay, I will be sure to check that one out. Black Girl Craft, thank you for sharing. You are most welcome, CDW. Definitely, Margot. Yes, everyone stay safe. Annette, thank you. You do the same. One Way Design, thank you, thank you. Everyone be safe. Good night to all. Sonia, Dorothy, you're welcome, Beverly. Good night, everyone. And I will see you next time on Wednesday. Bye now.